Let me take you back to the 1950s. Picture a small mental institution in the heart of Oregon. This is where Ken Kesey's novel, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, takes place. A major recurring theme in the book is that individualism in society is almost impossible to achieve. Throughout the entire story, the protagonist, Randall P. McMurphy, a very strong-minded person, fights against the Combine, which constantly tries to suppress his disruptive behaviors around the other patients. The pressure of society eventually leads to conformity, regardless of how much one tries to fight it.
Hey there, fella. It's nice to meet you. I'm the new one on the ward. I'm McMurphy. What's your name?
Harding.
Harding. It's nice to meet you. And hi, what's your name? I'm McMurphy. Hello? You there?
Oh, don't worry about him. That's Chief Brondon. He's deaf and dumb.
Oh, well, it's still a pleasure to meet you, Brondon. I'm McMurphy. It's nice getting to know you. I love this place. Never been in a psych ward before. It's great. Love it.
From the moment McMurphy sets foot in the psychiatric ward, it is obvious that he is different from the other patients. He immediately takes control of his surroundings. The black boys are unable to get him in the shower. He laughs joyously as he pleases. He socializes enthusiastically with the other patients, and he doesn't seem to have a care in the world besides gambling. Needless to say, McMurphy is a leader who takes control. Unfortunately, there is only room for one leader in the big nurse's ward.
But what else can we do? We can't have you arrested. We can't put you on bread and water. We're kind of at a loss. But in light of the rebellion, we have to take away a privilege. How about the tub room that you guys have been using to play cards? Does that seem unfair?
This scene marks the first meeting between McMurphy and the patients. In this scene, McMurphy almost forcibly drags the patients out of the fog with the force of his laughter. This shows the break between the usual flow of the asylum and what will become of the asylum after McMurphy's arrival. His laughter disturbs the general peace of Nurse Ratchet's rule. Her hold over the patients then sets the tone for many of McMurphy's interactions with the nurse for the rest of the story.
Yeah, let's go, get that home run. You got it, dude. Yeah, yeah. Come on, guys, come on. Join me. It's a great game. Look how good they're doing, guys. We're gonna win. Let's go team.
McMurphy was always one to question authority and test the rules. When Nurse Ratchet refuses to allow him and the other patients to switch their chore times so they can watch the World Series, he rebels. Despite being unable to actually watch the game, he sits down in front of the TV defiantly, openly opposing Ratchet's authority in an act of rebellion. He yells at the TV as if he could see the game. And as he demonstrates his opposition, his leadership encourages others to join in. He becomes a leader, the head of the rebellion against Nurse Ratchet. Others feed off of his daringness and ideas, and slowly grow minds of their own, rebelling not only with McMurphy, but in their own ways.
Is there anything anyone would like to bring to the table today?
Actually, I wanted to discuss the whole cigarette idea. I think that since we're obviously old enough, competent adults, that we should really be allowed to keep possession of our own cigarettes.
Well, we can discuss that. Does anyone else have anything to say on it?
Come on, McMurphy.
Guys, anyone at all? Well, I'm sorry, there doesn't seem to be much enthusiasm about it.
In the end, even the strong-willed McMurphy wasn't able to escape the all-powerful control of society. The man who was once the epitome of defiance finally began to realize that he was losing at his own game, that all of his little stunts could only be used against him. He thought he had this system figured out. He thought he knew just the right buttons to push. But with the decline which started off as an unsettling passiveness, which turned into a mental breakdown and eventually complete submission, which was no doubt worse than his relieving death, it was then indisputable that there was no way out. If McMurphy, the ward's sole symbol of pride and voice, couldn't even crack the code, no one ever could.